long time ago in our buildings and that, but these one are smaller. But they're like about 3 or 4 of them.
Okay,
Along the patio.
we have not touched any of those kind of lights. Everything's all been out in the parking lot.
But those don't match to the ones that we originally have in the parking lot. Like we have in the remaining of the other buildings along the patios.
Are you talking about the round lights? We've had them for years.
No, I'm talking the square spotlights.
They're on the top of the first floor where the bars are.
They're on the landline.
I think what she's referring to is the lights, the spots that were on the trellises.
Right,
around.
right.
And if you recall, that 7 or 8 years ago, they put lights on building 5. And they were on the 4th floor, and the only one they disturbed was the people in building 5, because the parking lot is very wide at that point, and the Polynesian, whatever it is over there, the bedrooms faced the other way, so we never had a complaint. Then, after the hurricane, we put the lights on building 2 as an expedient, and we got plenty of complaints, because those lights went right into the bedrooms of those people. And also, the board at that time stalled long enough so that the code people came in and said, you know, you can't put, the code says, no lights on any building, period. So the lights had to come down on building 5, which had been up for years, and the lights on building 2. And I think they were supposed to have taken down those spots, but we didn't, and they didn't say anything, so they're still there.
And which at the time, they never bothered to pull permits when they installed the spotlights.
Right.
Those thousands of dollars.
Permits is a sore issue on a lot of things. I think that most of the condensers on the roofs never saw a permit.
Okay, anything else about our maintenance?
I just have a comment about maintenance. I've been noticing lately that the buildings seem to be a little more dirty than normal.
Yes.
I'm not sure what's going on, but my building, it's more trash in the parking lot. There's more garbage. Is there something changing that?
No, I saw them
They're not doing their job.
Okay,
People
well,
are really responsible.
When are we talking about maintenance? While we're talking about maintenance, what are we doing basically on that? Oh, I'm sorry. What are we doing basically about the cleaning machine, that pressure cleaning machine? Are we going to have a repair or replace or what? Because I tell you something, these catwalks are nasty. They're filthy, dirty. Even especially in my building.
They just got done painted, already filthy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's filthy. Guess what? The whole thing is filthy.
Dirty.
all the work done around it.
They're dirty.
It's not the paint, it's the
Yeah.
dirt.
You drag it on.
And another concern I have,
You're right.
another concern I have brought it in to the board prior, is in reference to my next door neighbor on 503. Her contractor has left a tremendous, not tremendous I would say, but the brand new floor that we had, the brand new paint, they have damaged it while they were remodeling their apartment. And its paint drops everywhere and everything, and I have asked if it's any notice can be sent to them and have them to pressure clean that area. And
That was the catwalk?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And the common area, like outside of the bedroom window and by the stair on the wall when they carry the hoses through it. They damage it. The engineer is aware of it, and so the contractor, which I appointed to them the last previous walkthrough that we did on the building. So they are aware of that.
Pointed it out to them.
Yes. And they did show some concerns about that. They wanted to know what we're planning to do about that.
I just have one more thing about the maintenance. Could you please have Javier contact the exterminating company, because the rat baits, I thought they were supposed to be changed on a monthly basis. Well, I found one the other day that looked like it hasn't been touched in months. So can we verify how often they're changing the baits? Because I know we're paying for it monthly.
Is it in your
Between 1 and 2, I saw it in the bushes, because they should be hidden, because if a child finds it, I mean, that's dangerous. So they need to be not visible, and how often are they changing it? Are we verifying? Because that one hasn't been touched in months. I know we're paying every month to have that changed.
Anything else about maintenance? Anyone else in the audience have any complaint about maintenance while you're here? Okay. What? Can we go
They
back?
check for the baits, but they don't really change the boxes at all.
They don't put fresh stuff in them?
Yeah, they do every month, but to put it, they know trap altogether, they're not gonna do that. They only did once. Because they charged that time, what was it, $15 each? And then every month they come, they check for try to put the new baits and all that.
But we need to verify then that
Well-
they're actually
We'll find out, we'll
doing
make sure
it.
they're about to check.
Well, then somebody has to check.
One more thing before anything, I'm sorry. I have a major concern about the sprinkler systems hitting the walls and the buildings already painted. And I'm afraid that that will actually do some kind of interference within the warranty of the paint.
Well, actually, if it's hitting, it shouldn't be hitting that.
But they are.
already
I mean, they're
closed.
yet-
Reported it to anybody?
Yes, I have, and I filed the forms to the office for that to be
Should
done.
be taken care of then.
It has to be
How
done,
long
this is
ago?
over a month ago, more like it,
Okay.
give and take.
Okay, month ago.
What about Shelia also with
We have to change
It
that.
colors the building too.
Sheila?
The iron wall.
Sorry. Are they finished? What about, the rust that are going over our plants? Is that from the sprinkler system?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but we hired somebody to go in and to put,
We're
we're paying them, so
Right.
why are they
I don't know.
like this? Because I know some of the trees over by building 2 are dying, because they're all, they have all,
Iron.
yes, right, thank you, iron.
Well, I did brought up this issue back, Grace, when you were president then, and I have brought up that issue to you and I presented it to you, and you were not aware of who was the company's name, who was
Rusty.
Rusty
Yes,
at the
Rusty.
time, in which I mentioned it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's how long it's been there, I've been complaining about that.
Yeah, we complained about that, we had
Yes,
to
and
put
I asked
in.
Javier to check out all these rusty spots, and then the chemicals are working correctly.
Exactly.
Which
But
in a
when
minute-
she complained about it, it was before, and we did get in touch with Rusty, and he said that he was going to come and check them all the time.
He was also going to, sorry, he was also going to have Javier check them.
Well, that's what I did, I told Javier to check, so if they weren't doing the job, then I wanted to talk to Rusty.
Okay, to check over him, okay, thanks.
4 years ago, what's the right?
Okay, I have a question, Jerry. This is kind of backstepping here, Mr. Clark. Or I'm not sure who was supposed to find out about Unit 310 and Building 3 and the mold issue. I don't know if anything's transpired in the last 2 weeks on that. Okay, so just you added that to your list.
Building 3.
We never did do that.
Okay, and the other thing is,
Building 3.
since Marvin brought it
I
up,
wanted to know who owned it.
and I think,
That's the end.
That's why we didn't do anything about
That
it.
was the end. We did check.
But there
Nobody owns it.
has to be an owner, that's either the bank or person, every unit has
The
an owner.
person is, but a family did, I think the bank was lucky on it.
I want to go back to Marvin's recommendation about the snake. I mean, he's made this, he's found the prices, and so why don't we do something about it? If it's $138 a week, if there's a way that we can plan, it's hard because these guys have other work to do. And if our guys are going to do it, so would they rent half days or, understand that, but don't want it sitting there doing nothing. So we can,
Is either by the day or by the week.
okay, so we might as well do the week if it's, because 3 days would be as much as the week. But I'm wondering if we should go ahead, in fact, maybe I'd like to make a motion that we allow, it would be $300, would cover 2 weeks' time for them to do this, allow up to $300 and let them go ahead and do this work. They can, Javier can figure out a way that he can schedule it. But I know that in my building, we spent, how much was it, $1,500? $3,800 to clear one clog. It was a very, very big clog. And it took them a long time to find it, and they had to undermine the building and the sidewalk and the laundry room.